welcome back to Miss English Channel. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. It's great to be here again. You look bright today, Emily.
Thank you, Paul. I'm feeling good. Maybe because of my green tea. What about you? Coffee again?
Of course, you know me well. A big cup of hot coffee. It's my morning best friend.
I love that. Our talks always feel warm, like tea and coffee together.
Exactly. That's why I love these chats. They're the best part of my day. But hey, before we start, should we remind everyone of something?
Oh yes, if you enjoy listening, please tap the like button.
And subscribe, too. We make many episodes to help you enjoy English in small, simple steps.
And share this with your friends and family. Learning together is always better.
Yes, share the English love. Okay, Emily, what are we talking about today?
Today's topic is very close to my heart. It's called, You Don't Need to Rush, You Just Need to Keep Moving.
I like that already. It sounds peaceful. So it means we don't have to go fast?
Exactly. Many people think learning English is a race. They want to finish quickly, like, I'll be fluent next week.
Oh, I've heard that. But when they can't speak perfectly the next week, they feel sad and stop.
That's the danger. When you rush, you get tired, stressed, and disappointed.
So slow is okay?
More than okay. It's the secret. You don't need to run, just keep walking.
That reminds me of climbing a mountain. You don't jump to the top, you take one step at a time.
Yes. Imagine the English mountain. It's big, but beautiful. You don't need to climb it in one day.
That makes me feel better already. So if I learn one new word today, is that enough?
It's fantastic. One word today, one more tomorrow. That's progress.
I like that. Sometimes I look at big grammar books and feel overwhelmed.
Oh, that's a good word, Paul. Overwhelmed means your brain feels too full. Big books can do that. So here's my first tip. Start small.
Start small? Like 5 minutes a day?
Exactly. 5 minutes of English is powerful. You can listen to a short story while drinking your coffee.
That sounds easy. I can do that.
Yes, 5 minutes every day is much better than 3 hours once a week.
Really? Why's that?
Because your brain loves habits. When you practice daily, English becomes a friend. But if you only study once a week, English stays a stranger.
I love that. Make English your friend. That's a beautiful idea.
Yes, and don't worry if you understand only a few words. If you listen to a song and only catch hello and love, that's a victory.
Small victory. I like winning. So I can just enjoy the song, not stress about every word.
Exactly. Next month, you'll understand more. But today, relax and enjoy the sound.
That takes the pressure away. I feel lighter now.
That's perfect, because when you relax, your brain opens. When you rush and worry, your brain closes.
Oh no, I don't want a closed brain. I'll slow down then.
Good choice, Mr. Fast. Slow and steady wins the English race.
All right, I'm slowing down. But what about speaking? Many learners want to speak fast.
That's a big one. People think speaking fast means speaking well, but that's not true.
So it's not about speed?
No, it's about clarity. Speaking slowly and clearly helps people understand you better.
Like if I say, I'm going to the park. That's clear, right?
Perfect. That's real communication, and communication matters more than perfection.
Yes, we said that before. Communication, not perfection.
Right. When you speak slowly, you have time to think. When you try to go fast, you forget everything and get nervous.
That's so true. I do that all the time.
We all do. So tell yourself, it's okay to be slow.
I will. Every morning I'll say, Paul, be slow, be clear.
That's the spirit. Slow but steady, Paul.
Good. Now let's talk about something that hurts many learners, comparing.
Comparing? You mean looking at other people and thinking they're better?
Exactly. We often see people online speaking perfect English and think, wow, they're amazing. I'm so bad.
Oh, I do that sometimes. I watch those videos and feel a little sad. I think, why can't I speak like that?
I understand, but Paul, we don't know their story. Maybe they've been learning for 10 years. Good. Now let's talk about something that hurts many learners, comparing.
Comparing? You mean looking at other people and thinking they're better?
Exactly. We often see people online speaking perfect English and think, wow, they're amazing. I'm so bad.
Oh, I do that sometimes. I watch those videos and feel a little sad. I think, why can't I speak like that?
I understand, but Paul, we don't know their story. Maybe they've been learning for 10 years, or they live in an English-speaking country.
That's true. I only see the final result, not their long practice.
Yes, and that's the problem. You only need to compare yourself to you. Are you better than yesterday?
Let's see. Yesterday, I didn't know the word overwhelmed. Today, I do. So yes, I'm better today.
Yes. See, that's progress. You are moving forward, and that's what matters.
You're right. But Emily, what if I feel tired? Sometimes I want to stop for a day.
That's okay. You can rest, but don't quit.
What's the difference between resting and quitting?
Resting means you stop for a short time to get energy. Quitting means you give up completely.
Ah, I see. Resting is part of learning, but quitting ends the journey.
Exactly. You can rest, but keep your dream alive.
So if I'm tired, I can take a day off?
Of course, just make it a gentle English day.
Gentle English day. I like that. What do I do on that day?
No grammar books, no heavy studying. Maybe just watch a funny English movie with subtitles in your language.
That sounds great. A movie doesn't feel like work, it's fun.
Exactly. You're still listening, still touching English, just in a softer way. That's not quitting.
That feels kind. I like being kind to myself.
And that's the only way to keep learning. When you're kind to yourself, you grow.
So no more I'm stupid or I'm slow?
Never say, I'm learning, I'm getting better.
I love those sentences. They feel positive and strong.
They are. Kindness is power.
You know, Emily, I did something small for my English this week.
Really? What did you do?
I changed the language on my phone to English.
Wow, that's a bold move. Was it difficult?
At first, yes, I couldn't find my photos, but then I saw the word photos and learned it. Now I see words like settings, messages, clock every day.
That's perfect. You didn't rush, but you made progress. You see English every day without studying for hours.
Yes, it became part of my normal day.
Exactly. That's how small habits create big change.
Everyone listening, can you do that too? Try changing your phone to English.
Yes, it's a small step that makes a big difference, but remember where the settings are first.
Good advice. We don't want anyone stuck inside their phone forever.
No, please not.
Emily, can I ask something? When we move slowly, do we make fewer mistakes?
Maybe a little, but even if you go slow, mistakes will happen, and that's okay.
So mistakes are not bad.
Not at all. A mistake is just a bump in the road. You go over it and keep walking.
That's a good picture. A bump, not a wall.
Exactly. Don't let one bump stop your whole trip.
I love that idea. Before, I always felt bad when I made a mistake.
We all do, Paul, but mistakes are proof you're trying.
You know, Emily, this talk really changed how I feel. I thought being slow meant I was failing, but but now I see it's fine.
You're not failing. You're learning at your own speed, and that's beautiful.
Thank you. I feel proud.
You should. You're doing amazing. Look at how much English you're speaking right now.
Yes, we've been talking a lot, all in English.
See? You kept moving, and now you're here.
That's so encouraging. I want to tell everyone listening, please don't be sad if you're slow. Be proud.
Yes, be proud that you're learning. Many people never even try.
We are brave English learners.
I love that title, Brave English Learners.
Me too.
Now, let's take a quick recap. What did we learn today?
We learned that we don't need to rush. We just need to keep moving, one step at a time.
Yes, and to start small. Even 5 minutes a day can change everything.
We also talked about speaking slowly and clearly, not fast.
Right, slow and clear wins the day.
And don't compare yourself to others, only to yourself.
Exactly. Be kind to yourself. Rest if you're tired, but don't quit.
And small habits like changing your phone language can really help.
Perfect summary, Paul.
You know, Paul, I think that's what makes learning English special. It's not only about words, it's about building patience, kindness, and confidence step by step.
Yes, it's like learning to dance. At first, you step on your own feet, but if you keep moving, the rhythm comes naturally.
That's such a nice image. And English has its rhythm too. Sometimes you just have to move with it slowly until it feels like a song you know by heart.
I like that. I remember when I started, I tried to learn 10 new words every day, but then I forgot half of them.
That's normal. Learning too fast can make your brain tired, but if you learn one word deeply, see it, say it, use it, you'll remember it forever.
So true. I still remember my first English word. It was apple. I said it again and again until it sounded right.
Exactly. Repetition is your friend. Slow learning is strong learning.
I feel like we're giving people permission to relax today.
That's the goal. We want everyone listening to feel safe. You don't have to rush. You just need to keep showing up.
Show up every day, even for 5 minutes.
Yes, because every small step becomes a habit, and habits turn into skills.
That's powerful. Emily, you said something before that I really liked. When we are relaxed, the brain opens.
Yes, think of your brain like a door. When you are stressed, the door is locked. When you smile and breathe, it opens and lets English in.
That's a lovely picture. I'll keep my door open then.
Good. And here's another secret. Even when you're not studying, your brain is still learning.
Really?
Yes, when you listen to a song, watch a movie, or read subtitles, your brain connects small dots. You're learning quietly.
So it's okay if I don't study hard every day.
Yes, you just need to stay connected with English daily. That's enough to keep the engine running.
That's a relief. I used to feel guilty when I didn't study for hours.
No guilt, Paul. You're doing great. Remember, English is not a race, it's a relationship.
A relationship. I love that. You spend time together, learn about each other, and sometimes you need space.
Exactly. And just like any friendship, the more you spend time with it, the stronger it becomes.
That's beautiful. I hope our listeners feel that too.
I'm sure they do. Everyone listening, you're doing so well. You might not notice your progress, but it's there.
Yes, maybe yesterday you understood 5 words, and today you understand 6. That's progress.
Celebrate that. Every small win matters.
Emily, do you know what helps me keep going?
What's that?
When I talk to myself kindly in English, I say, "You're doing okay, Paul. You're learning."
That's perfect. Talking to yourself in English helps you think in English. It's simple but powerful.
Sometimes I even speak to my coffee cup. Good morning, coffee. Let's have an English day.
That's a great idea. Everyone can do that. Talk to your pet, your breakfast, your mirror. It's all English practice.
Yes, and no one will judge you. Only your dog might tilt its head.
True, but that's how confidence grows, through small, fun moments.
This episode really makes me smile. It's full of calm energy.
I'm glad. That's what we wanted, to remind everyone that slow progress is still progress.
You know, maybe we should call today's message, Keep Moving, even if it's slow.
That's the perfect title, Paul, because slow steps can take you far.
Yes, step by step, habit by habit. One day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come.
And you'll be proud of yourself.
Emily, I think it's almost time to finish our chat today.
Yes, but before we go, let's ask our listeners a question.
Oh, I love the questions.
Everyone, tell us in the comments, what's one small step you'll take today for your English?
Maybe listening to a short song, maybe watching a movie, or changing your phone to English.
Whatever it is, write it down. We'd love to read your answers.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like.
And share it with a friend who feels stressed about English. Tell them, relax, you're doing great.
That's the best gift you can give.
It really is. Well, Paul, thank you for another wonderful chat.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you everyone for joining us today.
We'll see you in the next episode. Remember,
Keep moving, even if it's slow.
bye for now.
Bye-bye.